I can't see a thing, Jim.
Well, hold on.
I swear, it's always some damn thing. Wait, got it. Ah, hell, this thing ain't gonna hold.
Shut up.
We're back. It's time for you guys to watch me mauled, I guess, and probably be really fucking old. I gave this list a cursory glance earlier. The mods brought it to my attention. Alright. PCGamer, formerly Magazine. 2024 edition. The PCGamer Top 100, our annual list of the best PC games around. What goes on here? This isn't top 100 of just this year. This is top 100 all time. Let's check their methodology, right? Because, you know, we can't judge it by something that it's not trying to do, right? So, our scoring system. Quality, how good is it? A purely personal rating of its caliber as a game. 60%. So 60% is how good is the game. Importance, how noteworthy is it? Okay, so we're doing a historical cultural impact thing, right? How important is this game, right? So, okay, sometimes you don't bring this in, but if you bring this in, it means you're going to get a lot of older games, right? Because many of them were so impactful or something like that. But it's only 15% of the top 100 score, right? Impossible list, of course, but it's good to talk about. Hotness. How exciting is it? What? What do you mean, how exciting is it? Are you telling me there's going to be no real-time strategy games? We're banning Civilization and Roller Coaster Tycoon and stuff, where it has to be an exciting game? Road Warden, not in the 100? 15% is how exciting the game is. This is unfairly leaning towards exciting games. I'm insulted. I disagree with this, but all right. How exciting is it? Can you still be excited for an old game? What is it? What do you mean by hot? Anyway, playability, how playable is it? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I think playability is probably also encapsulated in how good it is, but fine. Its accessibility to modern audiences. Uh-oh. And a measure of how easy it is to get running on modern systems. So the bad version of this is like, if you're computer illiterate and you don't, like, you go to a game on GOG and you Google old game I just bought patch, and then the first thing you click on, it gives you a patch so it works on your... Are they saying that that's too hard? Because this is a PC gaming thing, right? PC gamers should know how to open up a zip file, right? Or is it like, this is the Neverhood and it simply doesn't work on anything but a Windows 98 computer, right? Or you can't even install it, or whatever, what have you. 10% of the top 100 score, okay. Yeah, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I guess it might not be on this list because you can't play it without a patch. Neverhood mentioned, let's go. Douglas Tenaple. He hit it. Douglas Tenaple, what a run. Earthworm Jim, Neverhood. That's it. Nothing else ever. I mean, I guess Skull Monkeys, I guess Armor Krog, and a bunch of other stuff, but yeah. Hey, look, he made something great. If Neverwinter Nights runs like shit on my modern PC because it's 25 years old, I guess we'll have to find out. Too much weight to importance in this list stays stagnant. But it's the top 100 of all time. You know? That's a top 100 list of all time really should be stagnant most of the time. It's not every year you have a game that belongs in the top 100. Games have been around for a while. They made 100,000 games, probably more. Maybe 7 million. Stagnant. I don't think stagnant is something to fight against. You either have a top 100 of all time, or you have shit that's heavily weighted towards random recency bias for forgettable crap that won't be there next year. Anyway, I'm already yelling at Cloud. I haven't even seen the first one. Too much hotness and there's little consistency year to year. I would say any hotness at all, but okay. Ultimately, quality is the biggest factor. True. Above all, I also recommending games we wholeheartedly think that you should play. The sum of each game's rating is then divided by each voter, and those totals are run through a special formulae to produce the final top 100. So, obviously they have a different methodology than I do. I would use the one that I know from film, or perhaps from like a historian who's rating the presidents or something. You can't really say how good something really was until you've given it about 50 years to see all the results of everything, like for presidents, or maybe 20 years or so for film. But I guess it's kind of a young medium compared to those two things. So we'll say 10 years or something. But yeah, I tend to think of it that way. Once the top 100 score for all games has been calculated, we order the list from highest to lowest, and then we go around tweaking it. You should tweak it. You're a human. A computer could just list things 1 to 100 based on some score. You are a person, right? Somebody wrote this, right? You're a human. Like 12 people wrote this. Phil Savage, Morgan Park, Robin Valentino, everybody. You guys work for the PCGamer. Conceivably, you're authorities. Use your expertise and authorities, I think. The fact that there's even numbered ratings is a little distasteful to me. I want you to throw your weight around as the experts that you are. The quality of this list will be determined by how quickly we get to Fortnite, or if we don't get to Fortnite at all, right? So importance. Fortnite is a 10 out of 10 noteworthy important, right? Because it was a huge cultural significant game. Massive, right? It sold a bunch. Well, I guess it was free sometimes or something. Anyway, 1 billion people played it, and for a pretty long time. So it would get maximum importance. But quality, how good it is, basically nothing, right? Like just zero. And exciting depends on who you ask. Playability depends on who you ask. But I guess we'll see, I suppose, how much this is weighted. If Fortnite is on the list at all, then I think this one might be more than 15%. But we'll see. We'll see. Me, when I see someone saying Joe Biden, Donald Trump is the worst president instead of Buchanan. I mean, maybe Jackson. You can't, yeah, I mean, I've seen some people talk about, presidents from a historical perspective a lot, and whenever they do the, best worst list or anything like that, they basically stop at 1990 because it hasn't quite been long enough yet. We'll only include multiple if we feel the games are different enough from each other to be worth mentioning both. Yeah, so like Doom and Doom Eternal are really different, but Doom and Doom 2 probably aren't quite different enough. Yeah, true. I'm surprised to hear that Doom Eternal is on the list. I wouldn't put it in the top 100, personally. I'm a Doom guy too, and I don't think I don't think it goes top 100. Doom probably does. I think if Doom does, then importance can't be 15%, right? It's how good is it, not how good was it, right? It's how exciting is it, not how exciting was it. That being said, it's still surprisingly playable, actually. Okay, so if we're doing Doom, then they probably weighed this one a lot more, and so we probably will see Fortnite. I think Doom does deserve to be on the list, but I was thinking maybe it wouldn't because importance was so low. Everybody gets a chance to pitch one change to the list. It sounds like your self-imposed rules are making for a worse list, but hey, alright. This is why a game like XCOM 2 is placed higher than its top 100 score would suggest. Where that's happened, we've noted the editor responsible for its new place. Don't call him out like that. You know who's responsible for the new placing, sir? The man who wrote the article, Phil Savage. The buck stops here. If you're in charge, you're responsible. Those are the rules. Don't tell me about that. Okay. Cowardice. I have a very important question for everyone. In fact, I might do a poll. Do we have any mods? Do we have any mods still around to do a poll? Do I start at 100 and go up? Or do I start at 1 and go down? From a viewability standpoint, I could see one or the other could be kind of interesting or funnier or something. 100 and go up is way better. Okay. Because I'm thinking, like, if I start with 1 and go down, then it's funny every time I hit one that doesn't belong. But if I go 100 and up, then I'm going to keep talking about, oh, well, clearly we're going to hit this one eventually, and then if we never do... Well, which one's funnier? I think it's funnier if we go 1 down. You like, oh, 2 mods? Think bottom up. 1 and down sounds potentially sad. Do evens first, then odds. Hey, alright. Buck stops with you, don't be a coward. I'm taking a public opinion poll. Although this isn't a democracy. I will choose the final thing. Fertile, that's a good point. They go 100 down. So that's how they wrote the article. So I should respect how they wrote the article. Alright, you have 30 seconds for this poll, okay? I'm going to hit you with a commercial because it's just a poll anyway. Vote now on your phones.
Right now, you could be savoring the rich, creamy flavor of angel food ice cream. It's the extra cream in angel food that blends all of your favorite flavors so they're always smooth and creamy, never pointy. How about some rich and creamy angel food ice cream right now?
All right. And the poll is done. 100 to 1 has won. But it was kind of close. It was kind of close. All right. This is still my decision, though. And I'm going to choose to follow the advice. 100 Valheim. Released 2021, early access. Is this game still in early access? Yeah, this is all time. Valheim Ain't no fucking way. Right? The game isn't even out yet. Get this trash. Yeah, this list is cooked. We already know. Okay? I'm not saying it's a bad game. I've never played it, and I don't know anything about it. But it's in early access 3 years after 2021. It's not even... You didn't even release the game. Fuck off. This list... 2021? This list was written by people who might not be old enough to remember good games. Oh, okay. It's still brilliant. What do you mean still? It's not done. It's in early access. Yeah, the Zoomer list. Alright, Guild Wars 2? No. No, disagree. I played it. I played Guild Wars 1 as well. Not in top 100. No. Oh no. City of Heroes? 2004? City of Heroes. This game sucks. What do you mean? Quality 8? Importance 7.5? No. Embarrassing. City of Heroes? The most forgettable MMO ever? Why isn't Neocron on the list? Where's Meridian 59? Where's The Matrix Online? Where's City of Villains? Surely City of Villains is higher up than City of Heroes. What is this list? Did they Google MMOs that came out in 2004? What other MMOs came out in 2004? World of Warcraft, EverQuest 2, and City of Heroes, I think, were the 3 MMOs to come out in 2004, if I recall correctly. Is there like they had to include a certain amount of MMOs and they just couldn't remember? They couldn't think of anything else? This is terrible. Oh no. Dave the Diver. 2023? No, Dave the Divers are forgettable. It's really a blip in history. Of all time? I don't think so. I know people liked this game and everything, but I don't think it's noteworthy. It came out last year and it's already one of the best games of all time, number 97. Literal Oscar bait game. Where's Saga of Rhizome? Where's Star Wars Galaxies, both before and after the buyout? Oh, was EVE 2004? You might be right. When did EVE Online come out? 2003. You were very close, Dad Bod Napgod. Where's Advent Rising? Where's Savage? Where's Shadowbane? Huh? Where's Ultima Online? Where's Bloody Roar 2? Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Playability 4. Okay. I'm surprised this made it on the list. I wonder if I agree if it should be on the list. I really liked Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines when I played it. I didn't play it in 2004. Although I got it in 2004. It had to be fixed before I could play it. Yeah, the only screenshot people know from this game. Yeah, this game had, at the time, wonderful writing. It was completely unplayable for basically a long time. I don't know if such a flawed, unplayable mess, even if it was good once you fixed it, makes it into the top 100. Each year Stonekeep was in development is its own entry, yeah. I mean, I liked the writing in it when I played it. I think these people might be too young to realize that you couldn't play it when it came out. KOTOR 2. Okay, so it means that KOTOR 1 isn't on the list because it's not as different as this one. This is pretty low. 95. Okay. Hotness, 4.5. I mean, when it came out, it was pretty hot. The fan base is very intense about it. There should be a way to account for cult following. If we're going to account for cult following, then yeah. VTMB. I can see. Honestly, same with KOTOR in a certain way. It's pretty low. Dragon Age Origins? Not really, no. We had just had about 10 years of some of the best RPGs ever, and Dragon Age Origins came out, and it was a mid. It was like a mid RPG, truly. It was like okay, but not great. And then it got a bunch of sequels that were all terrible. I don't know. I guess it has somewhat of a cult following, but yeah, maybe this is a hot take, but I played basically every RPG ever made up until Dragon Age Origins, and it was pretty mid. The other ones, like Dragon Age 2 was awful. Inquisition was awful. Like, the rest of them were just awful. The game had one okay game in its entire pantheon. I guess there's going to be a new one coming out soon, so they have to put this here, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, undeserved. Top 100 RPGs on the PC ever, still probably no. But maybe. Left 4 Dead 2, God no. Are you kidding me? Left 4 Dead 2, I wouldn't put in the top 10,000 games. Slop. Ghost of Tsushima. Bro, this came out this year. Are you sure? Importance 5? Yeah, it came out like a few months ago. How do you know? I didn't play this one, chat. But when you played it, are you like top 100 games of all time? Maybe it is, but it's so recent that I wouldn't feel good putting a game that came out this year on the list at all, right? But maybe I lean too far on the other way. Wasn't this a console game too, and just got ported to PC later? Does that count? Do PC ports count? That's another kind of interesting question to think about. In a vacuum, I'd almost say that PC ports don't count. Or at least heavily discounted, or they lose a lot of points for it. Because it's supposed to be the top PC games. Not the top games that happen to eventually get onto PC after they were a console game. I disagree with this because I think it's a console game, first of all. And second of all, it's too recent. Dead Cells. I haven't played Dead Cells and I don't know anything about it. Does this belong? I open up the floor, chat. Dead Cells? Is this a Metroidvania? It is a Rouge-like. It's my #1 Steam Deck game. Talk about a bunch of DLC it got. It's cool, but not top 100. Rouge-like, cel-shaded. I see the picture. Boss looks cool, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I haven't played it, so I can't really say. Outer Wilds. I don't know this game. Came out in 2019. I don't think I've played it. If Dwarf Fortress 2 isn't on here, you're going to lose it. I'm about to lose it for what I know already probably won't be on, because we already hit 10 deep, and like half of them are not. Death Stranding, no. I'm sorry. Look, I'm as big of a Kojimbo fan as anyone. But you wanted to put a Kojima game on a PC game list. And this is the only game he's ever made for a PC. And that's why it's here. There's no other reason. I enjoyed myself playing Death Stranding, but ain't no fucking way it's top 100 PC game of all time. It's also a console game. Genius Code Jumbo. You put Death Stranding on this list for like clout. Disagree. Penitent. Pentiment. Who? Literal Who the game? Yeah, I don't know anything about it. It has an art style I hate. But I can't say if it's good or not. Never heard of it. Came out 2 years ago. Case of the Golden Idol. Literal Who? Never heard of it. Okay, damn. I thought I was going to know a lot of the top 100 PC games of all time, being an avid PC gamer for the past 30 years, but I guess not. I'm out of touch. I've never heard of this either. Make sure to buy the DLC too. Okay. Ultra Kill, no. Sorry, Frank, but no. If we're seeing Ultra Kill on this list, then we have to see so many first-person shooters that my head will spin. We got to see Blood. We got to see Quake. Possibly Quake 3, UT2K4 maybe. Doom. Dookie Nukie. Perhaps the first Fear at the time. We got to see a lot of shit before we get to Ultra Kill. Also early access. It's not out. I like New Blood Interactive, okay? I like them. But no way. Destiny 2. Don't embarrass me. No. Top 100 game of all time. When are we going to get to the good games? Okay, Ultra Kill was fun. Destiny 2? I mean, we're all still playing it, right? I don't think you should admit that. They put his name in front of there. Bro. You are the only ones. Jesus. Damn, how come this magazine failed? Holy. Inside, Literal Who. Don't know. Is this one good? It's got a striking picture here. It looks like a whole lot of side-scrollers that I saw pop up around that time. Maybe they were copying it. Maybe it's good. Don't know. Haven't played it. Can't judge. It's got a striking screenshot, though. Sid Meier's... Okay, so they had to put Civilization somewhere, and they had to put some Civilization game somewhere, and they chose 83. I haven't played Civilizations. Is 5 the one everybody says is the fucking one, or are they being silly again? I'm not a Civilizationer. SJ Arcade says Civ 4 is the one. Any other Civ players? You can't imagine that there's another Civ, right? Because they're all too similar, probably. Anyway, yeah, I agree. Some Civilization game had to be in the top 100. I agree with that. So, yeah, fair enough. If you're new to the series, Civ 6 is probably the one to play. Then put Civ 6 on the list, sir. Definitely Civ 4 it is. Says, okay, we got 2 people now who said Civ 4 is definitely the one. All right. Is this the first one I've agreed with? Can we keep track? Hold on. I won't do this any more than once. I'm going to say how many times I agree and disagree. All right. And we will only track the agree. Because from what I've seen on this list so far, we won't need to track the disagrees. We'll just subtract. I still don't think top 100, even though it's a good game. KOTOR, 2. 1 agree. To agree technically because some Civilization has to be on here, I guess. So we'll call it. I'm gonna give them it and say 2. Dave the Dive. Yeah, I know the Zoomies. They were born 12 minutes ago, and then they wrote this list. What does it mean when a title has promoted by X next to the list? It means that, here, we'll get one that says promoted by X. Anyway, I don't know. I can't find any. It means that somebody on the team said the game should be higher, and they listened to them. Everybody got one of those. Yeah, we're at 2 I agree with, kind of. Hotline Miami? No, honestly, didn't make that big of a splash. It was like fun, but yeah, I don't think so. No, disagree. Maybe the aesthetic took off, kinda, around that time, but nah. Why don't we agree with Altered Kill? Because I don't think it's a top 100 video game of all time on the PC. It's a good game and it's fun. But it's very not top 100 of all time. We don't... Only 15% of it is industry-altering splashes and stuff, right? But, yeah, I don't think Altered Kill gets that. Kentucky Route Zero. I've never heard of this game. 2013, huh? Early access should be an auto-disqualify. Agree. Agree on principle. Only one guy talks about it. Interesting. Kentucky what? Kentucky Route Zero. Caves of Cud. It's still in early access and it came out in 2015. Caves of Crud. Baldur's Gate 2. Interesting. Does this mean no Baldur's Gate 1? I would put Baldur's Gate 1 as perhaps the stronger of the two. But I guess one of the two had to go on here. So, agree. We're up to 3. Yeah, Baldur's Gate, whichever one you pick, 1 or 2, they were probably some of the most impactful. What is it? What was the engine called? It wasn't the Infinity engine. Crisis, and it was some sort of the engine where you got the top-down stuff, and they made a bunch of games out of it. BG 1 and 2, Shadows of Am, Icewind Dale they made. Planescape Torment used the engine. It's called like, it has like a flashy name, but it's like a boring thing that they made. You'd be happy if they made a best still in early access list. Oh, it is the Infinity Engine, okay. Is this considering the mod community? I don't know. If Skyrim is on the list, then it is. If Skyrim is not on the list, then it's not. You don't think it should? I think maybe it should, because that's one of the strengths of PC games, or rather it used to be. Anyway, I now agree with 3. Armored Core 6. Oh man, I think it's too early still. I don't know. I really don't think top 100 games of all time. It's very good. I like it. I played it. I enjoyed myself a lot. Top 100 of all time? No, I don't think so. No Cloud Meadow? Bro, it's still in early access. It's not even out yet. Anyway, I liked it a lot. I don't think top 100. Deep Rock Galactic? No. Nah. Simply no. Dishonored 2. People have said good things about this game. I've not played it, so I can't judge. Ignore the number. Dishonored 2 will always be a top 10 game. I don't know, man. Maybe put it there. It's your list. I guess it isn't his list. He's not the actual writer. Got 76. Chivalry 2. Never played it. Don't know. Dishonored 2 might be on the list, but it's not that high. You don't think? Okay. Having never played it and only barely heard of it, I'm going to say no on Chivalry. Is that out of pocket? Max Payne, let's look at the face. There he is. This game was so sick when it came out and fun, and the bullet time was cool. It was one of the first times they ever did that in a playable way in a game. It probably didn't age very well. Man, I'm making his face when I'm thinking about whether it should be in a top 100. I really don't think so. It's a noteworthy game. I think you, after the top 100, you put a little asterisk and talk about Max Payne in the long list of noteworthy games, but I don't think top 100. Are these games being held to today's standards? Not really, kinda. They didn't say. They weren't strong on that. They left it very vague. There's a playability thing, which is kind of it. But they were talking about installing and playing and not so much like gameplay, but I assume they mean that. Anyway, I don't think you would ever play this today, but that's a lot of old games. Papers, please. No. Cyberpunk. Top 100 of all time, huh? Of all time. So much work was put into it, and you can tell. You can really tell that so much work was put into it. So much writing, so many little details, such a world. That's a pickle. I'm not sure on this one. The main plot was a little... had some issues, you know. Had a rough launch. Expansion pack was good. I would be willing to give it number 100, I think. I might give it number 100. I'll think about this one. We're still at 3. How many open world games stand above it at all? I've heard good things about Red Dead, but I haven't played it. Open world games tend not to age very well. I think I'm willing to say yes. I'll agree with 4. Yeah. Somewhere on this list, but kind of low. Cyberpunk 2077. Yep. All right. Yeah, you belong. 100 games of all time. Aliens come to the world and they get to play only 100 video games to know what video games are. Yeah, I think probably Cyberpunk in there somewhere. Really good. Alien Isolation. Who? Oh, 2014. I disagree. Original Alien versus Predator, maybe. But still no. I forgot this game even existed. The only Alien game ever made where I'm actually scared of the alien. Disagree. Obligatory Witcher 3 somewhere here. Yeah, I mean, Witcher 3 has to be here. Red Dead 2 probably has to be here. None of the GTAs because they're not PC games. If we're keeping it to Rockstar and Rockstar likes. Strange Horticulture. Who? It's the greatest game by Creative Assembly, who make Total War. Do you mean Alien Isolation? You could write for PCGamer? Apparently you could. Apparently we all could. I've been reading some of your comments, chat, and while I disagree with some of them, you all have better opinions than the person who wrote this. So we got that going for all of us. Anyway, top 100, I don't know, but I don't think it's bad. Strange Horticulture, I've never heard of this. Who? They're making a second one because they keep fumbling the Total War bag. Try making a good Total War game then. I don't know. Strange Horticulture is a great game. I was going to say it would have to be on this list, but that's been proven wrong so much that now I'm second guessing everything I haven't heard of on the list. It's my problem now. At least somebody says that this is good. I haven't heard of it, so I can't say. But I appreciate someone liking it. Signalis. I liked Signalis. I thought it was unbelievably charming, and its PS1 era graphics really spoke to me as an old fucking man. And its lesbian love story really spoke to me as an old fucking man. 69. Nice. Top 100 game of all time. I don't know about that one, Chief, but I liked it. Give it another 5 years, and we'll see. I think I'm still on 4. Titanfall 2. Remember what they took from you. Hey, alright. I don't think I played this one. But the way that Titanfall people talk about it. Titanfall 3. Right around the corner, don't worry. You fucking love Titanfall 2's single player. The multiplayer is still alive, let's go. Monster Hunter, my personal preferences aside, because we have to be objective here. Some sort of Monster Hunter maybe has to be in the top 100 because it's such a big deal. Maybe, but I don't like Monster Hunter games. So, there's my personal preference there. I'm just not particularly impressed by the games. They look cool. I like the armor. I like the food that they cook. Gameplay looks boring to me. Titanfall 2 is so fucking good. Ironically, one of the best multiplayer shooters ever. Kerbal Space Program. The early access sequel may be being beasted in the Steam reviews, huh? Monster Hunter World games are okay, but top 100, nah. Yeah. Meme game. I know this guy's face from memes and stuff, but not from anything else. Rust. Oh, I didn't know this was top 100 streamer games of all time. Get this shit out of here. Trash. And take your programming language with you. Learn how to do math. One person in chat will get that joke. Diablo 2. You probably have to write Lord of Destruction as well for this, for it to make any sense. But yes, top 100 of all time, for sure. As a claim to fame, Diablo 2 Resurrected is actually more fun and a better game than Diablo 4. 24 years after it came out. So, yeah, easily belongs in the top 100. Kerbal's a masterpiece, hugely accessible physics and engineering playbox. Kerbal, okay. Diablo being 64 is kind of a crime. It should be 66, right? In a certain way. But if we're talking best games of all time, it should be maybe 10 or something. I don't know. I'm a huge Diablo 2 enjoyer, so you can't take my word for it. But easily in the top 100 games of all time. As long as you include LOD, or you just play Resurrected, which you now can. It's better than D3 and D4. Still. Today. And it's cheaper. Resident Evil 4. This is a console game. And it's overrated as fuck. So is the entire series. Doesn't belong. No way. Mostly console games, first of all, and second of all, overrated. And yeah, maybe top 1,000 or something. Disagree. Have I agreed? Oh, wait, I agreed with this one. We're at 5, right? Because Cyberpunk was 4. So we're at 5 agreements. And I've gone through about 40 so far. So this is better than I thought it would be. RE4, nah. Mostly a console game, really. And overrated for sure. Nier Automata. Bold move putting Nier Automata, or Automata, if you want to mispronounce it, in the top 100. Dude, this one goes out to all the perverbs in chat. With maybe the greatest ending to a game I've ever played. It might have the best ending. I'm not sure. Top 100? Yes, as number 99. Or 3, one of the two. We're at 6. We're at 6. This is where the list turns around, okay? We got Diablo. We got Nier Automata. Where everything changes from here on out. It's going to be hit after hit. Yeah, see? I think Team Fortress 2 does deserve to be on here. I admit I'm pushing the importance, like the cultural significance, maybe, on this one. But yeah, we're at 7. We're at 7 here. Probably the only noteworthy team game besides Counter-Strike, right? This one's number 98, though. It's certainly not in the 60s. System Shock Remake, no. Specifically the remake, no. If you were talking about the original, also no. If 90% of the vote was cultural significance, maybe System Shock 2. I would say System Shock 2, maybe. But certainly not 1, and certainly not the remake. If Nier Automata is 99, then Cyberpunk isn't on the list at all. I was trying to compensate for my personal bias of liking Nier Automata very much. Probably more than normal people. Anyway, trash. Unavowed. Unrecognized. Fort Nut is 58, okay. Yeah. I don't know that I would put it on here. It was culturally significant because every 11-year-old in the world played it, right? Like, it was a hugely popular game. But I don't think it was very good. So, yeah, I wouldn't put it on there. I suppose they had to put it here somewhere, right? For clout, but no. I thought we were talking about good games, not just popular ones. It's just a game for kids, right? Don't forget that all games, for the most part, are games for kids. Like 99% of games are for kids. I don't say this. I don't say the 11-year-old thing and the kids stuff to diminish games made for kids. Because most games are made for kids. This one just sucked. And it turned kids into really annoying kids. Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Yeah. If you're going to put one Elder Scrolls game on the list, you should put the best one, which is Morrowind. Not Oblivion. Certainly not Skyrim. Certainly not Daggerfall, right? Morrowind is the best Elder Scrolls game. It's not even close. So yeah, if you're going to choose one to put on this list, I agree. We're up to 8, or Arena even. Yeah, I think we're up to 8 agreements. Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind strongly belongs on the list. Also, Oblivion, Skyrim, Daggerfall, Arena strongly don't belong on the list. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six? No. Fuck out of here. Trash. Binding of Isaac. No, I don't think so. It was good, and you got the Bible thump face, right? And that thing is fun. No Redguard, no Battle Mage, no Arcanum. Anyway, I don't think so. It's a charming game, though, and good memes came out of it. But no. Warhammer 2 Vermintide. No. No. I mean, it's better than and the same as Left 4 Dead, but top 100? Absolutely not. It's fun with your boys, but every single game, even a bad game, is fun with your boys. It doesn't count. It's a meme. Yeah, no Temple of Elemental Evil. The Pathfinder. Battlespire. Is this the only Warhammer game that makes it on the list? I think so. No way. Hold on. I bet they're going to... Are they going to put Space Marine on the list because it just came out? I don't think any Warhammer game actually makes it onto the top 100, if I'm very honest. Most of them are bad, and even the best ones aren't that good. If we're being like... True. Control? No. Don't embarrass me. Control was like kind of neat and fine. I guess it was like kind of neat. But top 10,000 maybe. Why is this here? Weird. Wielder Myth, never heard of it. 2021, don't know. I feel like they're going to put Space Marine 2 on this list. I'm actually concerned. Spelunky? No. It's not bad. No game hooked me like Spelunky. Joshua Wallens. Hitman? No, Hitman. Slopman. Shitman. World of Ass. A Nation. No. I'm actually really insulted that this is all the way up to 50. The Shitman game series? I'm like, that's kind of embarrassing to put it this high or on the list at all. Ugh. Okay. Resident Sleeper, the game. I disbelieve that you three have played this game. You read the synopsis. You looked at the little thing that plays in Steam to advertise the game, and you looked at that it was overwhelmingly positive. And then you put it on the list. I disbelieve you actually played it and actually read the story. I disbelieve this illusion. Doom Eternal. Really? I thought Doom 2016 was better. As a whole package. Disagree. I feel like your takes are extremely inflammatory, but luckily you shit on all games except for my favorites. Hey, you gotta, you gotta do the interactive thing. How many have HeyWoah has actually agreed with so far? 8. I liked Doom Eternal. I played it. It was fun. It was harder than 2016. But they micromanage what you have to do a lot more and also too much. And they forgot why 16's story was good. And the music wasn't as good in my opinion. Yeah, I think 16 is better. So I have to disagree even though I liked both of them. And if only one makes it on the list, it's Doom 16. When you get a cutscene of Doom Guy kneeling before a king, that's a failure. Let me help you. When you get a cutscene, that's it. The sentence gets to end there. When you get a cutscene, that's a failure. That's it. I will forgive one cutscene besides the opening cutscene. And that's the one where you get to the door and you look in the elevator and you cock the shotgun. There should be no other cutscenes besides that in the whole game. But anyway, true and real. Frostpunk. I don't think so. 47. Frostpunk better than Doom Eternal. Better than Nier Automata. Better than Hitman, World of Assassination. Frostpunk. Forgettable. Better than Diablo 2. No. Into the Breach. Never heard of it. So I can't say. But after seeing some of the other ones on the list way farther down, I can't help but think probably not. But alright. GTA 5. What, you mean the console game? This is a PC game list. Get this off. 2015 it came out on consoles. This is not... I don't think this is really a PC game. Same with Resident Evil. Disagree. GTA 5, one of the biggest, most influential games of all time. Absolutely staggering, this series. For, like, cultural significance and... the people who liked it and all this other stuff, right? But I think it's basically a console game. That being said, I guess, since being a console port gets you on the list, it has to be here because GTA 5 is just... Like, if you think Fortnite is big, it's nothing, right? Compared to GTA 5, culturally. Fucking game came out in 2015. Anyway, fair enough. I won't complain about it, but you don't get a number 9. Maybe you should. I don't know. Is my will breaking down. It's 100% a PC game nowadays because mods from PC community keep it alive. Oh, could be. We're counting mod community. GTA 5 belongs on it. Yeah, okay. All right. All right, you get this one, but next one I'm going to be harder on. 9. Agree. Douche Sex, aka Deus Ex. Yeah, I think so. This one also was very hard to play when it came out and required a million fixes. Not quite as much as Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. But yeah, if you're going to include any Deus Ex, it's this one. Almost unplayable nowadays, for sure. Probably aged pretty bad too, to be honest. But alright, you got me. 10. Animal Well. You mean the game that Donkey didn't make but produced and put onto his YouTube page? That otherwise would be the most forgettable nothing to ever not have happened? No. It came out May 9, 2024. This list... No. Of all time. Are you kidding me? This is like 1 star amid a trillion stars. I almost feel like subtracting one that I agreed with. Prey. I disagree. Simple as. Disagree. Not 100. Yeah, they put this on here so that they could get an interview with Donkey. For absolute clout choice. Industry plant. In an industry list, it's an industry plant. Top 1,000? Yeah, I think so. I think probably top 1,000. Which is good, but not 100. Nowhere close. Divinity Original Sin. Haven't played it, everybody says I should. Isn't this by the Baldur's Gate 3 people? If so, maybe I'll play it. Vampire Survivors. No. No. You play this game for 17 minutes and you're bored and you stop. This game is important. This game is important because it was a $2 game that kind of had really cool game design ideas boiled down into their basic components. It was like a pixel art, two-dimensional version of something like a Katamari Damacy, where it has really neat game design ideas, and it's kind of a vehicle for that. Except unlike Katamari Damacy, which is one of the best games of all time, Vampire Survivors isn't. But it's still like a big success and spawned a million copycats, and the things that it did kind of helped game design a little bit, but top 100, no. Top, like, I don't know, 100,000, probably not. Return to Obra Dinn. Return to the Steam store. Who are you? Am I making fun of a good game? Like, what is this? Really never heard of it. Good game, and you should play it on Steam. Great game. After I play it, will I put it 39 in the top 100? Or is it a... would you call it a hidden gem that's just really good? Absolutely not 39, but good. Okay. Because I'm looking for hidden gem arts. I'm looking for hidden gem art games, because I like those. It's not 30 spots higher than Diablo 2 or anything, but it's good. Okay, put this one on the maybe pile for weekend, for waifu weekend. World of Warcraft, 38. I don't see how you put World of Warcraft anywhere but closing in on number 1. You know? The cultural impact was bigger than any game ever. It was maybe the best game that existed for at least 3 to 5 years after it came out. Best MMO. It got an entire generation of people into games. Everyone played it. You went to work and your boss played it. The lunch lady played it. The bus driver played it. The judge sentencing you to 50 hours of community service played it. The stenographer played it. I don't know how you could put World of Warcraft anywhere below, like, 4. Now, it's true that it did become shit later, for a really long time. But I guess I'm thinking of the first 3 expansions. Yeah, it's no City of Heroes, which is crazy that that's on this list. Unbelievable. This is so low for World of Warcraft. For all of the metrics. Playability, excitement, especially if you're thinking at the time, importance 9.99. Yeah, truly the first place of importance. And quality, at the time, sure, certainly 10. It has dipped. It has dipped. But yeah, I don't see how this isn't. This is so low. Anyway, I agree. It belongs on the list. We're up to 11, right? 11 agreements. You literally were playing it like 8 months ago. I was playing the re-release of the original. Yeah, I was playing Classic. Skyrim. Wait, Skyrim is on the list, but Morrowind was on the list. I don't think they're different enough. This is one of the most overrated games ever. Even with mods. Morrowind is better. Cultural importance was huge for Skyrim. Huge. But the game sucked. The story sucked. The characters sucked. Bugs everywhere. Bethesda lol. Game was trash. And after 7,000 mods, game's still not great. Super overrated. Wouldn't put it in the top 100. I never finished Skyrim's main quest. I didn't actually play the game. I didn't finish playing the game, but we'll just put it here. Where do you work, sir? Oh no, it came out in 2011. So he wasn't born yet. They weren't born yet. Fingpad, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Dude, Todd the Hot Rod God. He paid a lot of money to get both of these on here. SJK, thanks for the sub. To Pazdifa Ive. Can't wait to play Skyrim on the N-Gage. I know. HeyWoah, which is a more overrated RPG, Chrono Trigger or Skyrim? Okay, first of all.
Sophisticated. Relaxing.
First of all.
Kind of invigorating. Everybody doesn't appreciate it like we connoisseurs do.
CG was the things are 10 tier 1 gifts.
Sophisticated.
Huge.
Relaxing. Kind of invigorating. Everybody doesn't appreciate it like we connoisseurs do.
And Oratorius, thanks for the 5 tier 1 gifts. Huge gifts on the Twitch side. And the bits. What was I talking about? Thanks for the generosity. Oh yeah, we were mocking Skyrim and this guy, who wasn't born yet when it came out. More overrated RPG, Chrono Trigger or Skyrim? First of all, Chrono Trigger is overrated. But it's not that overrated. It was very good. And it had the most production value of any game at the time yet. Crazy production value in that game. Music was great. The art was bad, but it was because they hired Akira Toriyama, who can't draw. But it was a big, like, celebrity, you know, some people like Akira Toriyama's art, and so if you like that, then you like it, right? Chrono Trigger, really good. Definitely overrated. Too short. But,
Sophisticated.
easily.
Relaxing.
Skyrim is way more overrated.
Kind of invigorating. Everybody doesn't appreciate it like we connoisseurs do.
Artorias, thanks to 10 tier 1s on Twitch. Almost everybody watching has a sub now. Huge. That ramp triggered you. No, Chrono Trigger was very good. It's just overrated. And a little too short. And I wish they would have chose a better artist to partner with. But Skyrim is different because it's not good. And it has bad art that nobody likes. And like it exists on this list at all, right? It's so overrated, crazy. Like it's actually not good. Chrono Trigger is good. It's just overrated. Skyrim is bad. Like real bad. Stellaris, huh? You know, we haven't hit any real-time strategy games here. I guess we're not going by genre. SGRK thinks it's tier 1. To Amazing Plibit. She's not watching right now. You're sniping her when she's not online. Anyway, thanks for the plib gift. The giftlet. Plibert. Counterpoint to Toriyama being a bad artist. Not a bad artist. I just don't like his art. Is he gone? Alright, not the best. Surely they put StarCraft 1 on here. I mean, if you're going to include one RTS in this list at all, it probably has to be StarCraft. And if you're going to include 2 RTSs in this list at all, it probably has to be Warcraft 3. And if you're going to include 3 RTSs in this list, I don't think you're going to include 3. Like it's just those 2. The genre's dead right now. And hey, I don't know. Command and Conquer, maybe. Oh yeah, Age of Empires 2. Pardon me. Yeah, no. In fact, Age of Empires 2, I'd probably put it above those. I mean, StarCraft created an economy. And Warcraft 3 created half of the best-selling video games right now. But Age of Empires 2 was the best actual RTS. So, yeah, I'm going to say StarCraft 1, Warcraft 3, and Age of Empires 2. 200 bits. If you don't see either Total War Realm 1 or Medieval 2, we riot. You shouldn't, but if we do, then that's just typical for this list. Am I right? Anyway, thanks for the AoE actual RTS. What do you mean? I mean that Age of Empires 2 wasn't the type of, how do I put this, culturally significant massive hit like StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3 did. Like Warcraft 3 spawned all sorts of stuff, huge sales, right? StarCraft spawned all sorts of stuff, huge sales. Age of Empires 2 is just like amazing. It's just like a really, really good game, and a lot of game design built off of it later in behind the scenes sort of ways, and the people who worked on it and a big sale and everything, but it didn't have like created Dota and then League of Legends kind of aftershocks of it existing, right? That's what I mean by that. Where's Flipwitch, though? You mean like the third best Castlevania or Metroidvania game? Which I don't know. Is that sadder? Is that sadder for Metroidvania as a genre? Or is it impressive for Flipwitch? I'm not sure. What is the thrust of this list? Most important PC games ever made? That's only about 15% of the votes. The others are for just like how good it is of all time. Like good games of all time. Creating Dota should lower your score. I agree, same with League. More so for League, but only because League is more popular. And anything that we can change in the past to stop MOBAs from existing is a net positive for all of video games, for sure. Anyway, Counter-Strike 2, no. What you put here is Counter-Strike 1, not Counter-Strike 2. Do I count? Does this count if they choose the wrong game? I don't think it does. I let them slide with Cid 5, or I let them slide with Civilization 5, and I let them slide with the other thing that you told me about that I let them slide on. I don't think we let them slide again. Yeah, disagree. Yo, I know it just came out, and you guys weren't born yet down here when Counter-Strike came out, but it was CS Source. Get out of here. Final Fantasy XIV, ahead of WoW. A bold choice. Couldn't disagree more. If you have to include 2 MMOs on the list of top 100, I guess you would choose FF14 maybe. But I don't think you have to choose 2 MMOs. I don't think it belongs on the list at all. I played it. I enjoyed it. I had fun. Not in the top 100. I mean, it gets my respect for coming out and being the worst game ever, and then them apologizing and remaking it and making it good. Respect. But no, not top 100. And not even close. Ahead of WoW. Insanity. Fallout New Vegas. I don't think any Fallout game belongs on the list. The best Fallout game adjusted for inflation is Fallout 1. But it didn't age very well. And the best new Fallout game is Fallout New Vegas, of all of them. But I don't think any of them are very good. I liked Fallout 2 as well. I really hated Bethesda Fallout games. I didn't like any of them. And I continue not to. Disagree. Shouldn't be on the list. 1.6 go to condition 0 source last. Okay, you guys can fight about it in the comments, I guess. A Fallout game doesn't deserve to be on the list? Yeah, of course not. It's bordering on being wrong takes. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Fallout 1 had really cool ideas and was interesting and funny, kind of acerbic at times, sarcastic. Gameplay was kind of chunky even back then. Similarly, Fallout 2. And then Bethesda took it over and has only ever made slop. Fallout 3 was trash. 4 was trash. Like, don't even play it, just slop. Fallout New Vegas had some of the people from old Black Isle, but not enough to make it really great. And unfortunately, they had to write a Fallout game instead of a more interesting setting. Fallout 76 was like it's all, yeah, Fallout is a bad series now. Yeah. Don't like it. More like, hey, wrong takes, am I right, huh? New Vegas' best writers didn't work on the old games, to be fair. True. Quite true. WoW clearly had more impact, yeah. Particularly in the first 2 to 3 expansions, the quality dropped like a brick. FF14 is very good, kind of all expansions. It's globally a much better game. I don't know. I guess we just forgive it for the original release, right? Because it doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, I would still say that being maybe the best game ever made for a solid 8 years probably just buys my vote. FF14 is like an okay, pretty good MMO, I guess, for a real long time. But the highs don't get very high, is how I look at it. And I don't judge 14 on its release because they undid that. You can't do that. You know, you can't play that anymore. Putting New Vegas above Diablo 2. Yeah. You still think EverQuest is better and you'll die on this hill? I think so too, and we're both wrong. But I think so too. I've played Final Fantasy XIV a lot in the past, and I played WoW a lot in the past. And I had a choice of playing Final Fantasy XIV for a while or playing the first 3 expansions of WoW, and I did the latter in a millisecond, and I had the most fun ever. And to this day, I play EverQuest every once in a while, or rather, my robots are playing it on the 3rd monitor with macros. But that kind of it makes us too old to be able to judge this stuff. Yakuza 0. Above WoW. Above FF14. Yakuza 0. Well, they had to allow the perverbs to vote for something besides Nier Automata. But yeah, Yakuza 0, nope. Absolutely not. What am I at? Am I at 11? Because I don't agree with Final Fantasy 14 on the top 100. Yakuza way above KOTOR is nuts. I'm not saying it's bad, it's just like a giant minigame simulator for perverbs. And I don't know that I would put it at top 100. Yakuza. You think cross-platform stuff should not be on the list? I basically agree, but they clearly flagrantly disregard that, so we just have to kind of accept it. Which I did for GTA 5, right? If Baldur's Gate 3 isn't top, you're a delete System 32. This list seems to be very, very biased towards recent stuff. Very huge recency bias I'm detecting on this list. And so I'm guessing Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be super high. Now, Baldur's Gate was already on the list. It was Baldur's Gate 2, but I think that one is probably different enough. StarCraft 2. No. Not even StarCraft fans agree with you. Dude, StarCraft 1. Ain't no fucking way StarCraft 2 is considered, even today, better than 1. By any metric. Everyone point and laugh at these. No. Embarrassing. Maybe they'll still put StarCraft 1 on here. Just a bit outside. I mean, I don't think really either of them maybe. StarCraft 1 at least had a lot of cultural significance. But yeah, no. Brood War, probably the proper StarCraft answer. Halo, you mean the console game? This one's weird too, because this is like, Halo is just a console shooter, right? I guess even the original Halo did come out on PC. That's true. It's just like, when Halo came out on PC, it was like, well, yeah, but we have good FPSs. We don't need the console slop, you know? So I think this counts. Even back in the day, you could play Halo 1 on the computer pretty close to release. This one is weird because it's the Master Chief Collection. I don't know what that includes. Would I put any Halo game in the top 100? No. Certainly not. Maybe for consoles, I would. But not for PC. So another hard disagree. Speaking of most overrated games ever, Halo, for sure. Planescape Torment, really high, very surprised. Because this list is trash. And so it's weird that they would make the correct choice of putting Planescape Torment pretty high up. It is probably the best isometric RPG ever. So I'm surprised. Yeah, quality, third highest. I'm very surprised by this. Yeah, we're up to 12. Planescape goated. And importance is pretty high as well. I think hotness should actually be lower, if we're being very honest. And probably playability, too. It's a lot of reading. Kids don't like to click and read. They like to get skins from a loot box. Thief Gold. Yeah, it was really good, and it was culturally significant, I think, more so for game design in a certain way. I played it. Not Gold, but I played Thief. I don't think it's this high. I think it was really good. I think it's maybe worth putting in the top 100, but like... The problem with Thief is it's like Citizen Kane. Okay, it's very important because it was the first to utilize a whole bunch of stuff that became simply how you did things, right? And the problem with that is when you go back and play it, it is acting like all of its ideas are revolutionary, and they were when it came out. But now all of its ideas are no longer revolutionary, they're simply how games work. And so if you go back and play it, it's going to be the most like bland nothing ever. And you're going to just shoot past revolutionary idea after revolutionary idea, you know. And a lot of old games I could paint with the same brush that I just used to talk about Thief here. But with Thief, it's even more. It's a lot more. With the whatever, Quake 2 engine, Quake 1 engine that it was using. Like, you could say what I just said about a lot of very old games, but with Thief, it's even more problematic, I think. It's like Seinfeld. No, Thief was good even back in the day. Where's my laugh track button? There we go. All right, hey, got him. But does Thief have a screaming bird? I hope not. Would I... Jeez, I don't know if I put it in the top 100 or not. I'm going to think about it. What are we at, 12? No, yeah, it's important. 97 or something. Yeah, 13. We're at Thief is at 13, but it's... Because I'm so old, I'm going to counteract that by putting it way down here. But it was super significant for sure. Yeah, everything like that. Hunt Showdown 1896. On the hunt for what this game even is. Anybody know what this is? Yeah, in that 85 to 100 respect your elders tier, yeah. You were playing Hunt earlier today, but top 100? No, probably not. This seems like a games I've heard of. Yeah, it's meh. Extraction shooter? Okay. You bet our favorite extraction shooter. Oh, it's an it's an extraction shooter. I never read this. I read chat instead. I don't tend to much care for extraction shooters, but I think I would imagine putting a live service game on this list. I think MMOs could, but I wouldn't put any other type. That's being unfair, I think. So I rescind that. I would like that stricken from the record. Pizza Tower, recency bias. Recency bias the game. No one will know what this game is in 1 year. 26? Crusader Kings 3. Better than WoW. Extract the turds from my ass. Dude. I need the Duke Nukem. Alright, there we go. Anyway, Jesus. Good comment. Just Crusader things. Portal. Yeah, I agree. For sure. Easily. Yeah. Top 100 games of all time. Portal. For sure. And I'm very surprised that they chose the right one. When they did StarCraft 2, I thought they were going to do Portal 2. But even these people know that Portal 1 is the superior game and experience. Good work. 14. Easy. Easy, yes. Call it baby bear porridge. I'd rather not, and I don't even want to read the rest of this sentence. After that start. Try again. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Do you think this is too recent? I guess not. It's been 5 years. This is a port. It's good. It's a good game. Port, though. Too portish. Keep porting it for the next 15 years like GTA 5 and have it still top the charts, and maybe we'll talk. It was a PS5 game. Orange Box is goated. Orange Box was maybe like the best value ever made in PC gaming history. Would you put Half-Life Alyx on here because of technical achievement with VR? No. I would not. It is one of the probably 2 good VR games, though, next to Beat Saber. But cracking top 100 for just like technical achievement, nah. Maybe the game was good, I haven't played it. Nobody did, because nobody owns VR. Sort of the problem with it. Hollow Knight. Should Hollow Knight be in the top 100? I'm not sure. It's really good. I feel the need to put some Metroidvania in here. And if I am going to, it should probably be a Hollow Knight. Like number 96, maybe? I think best in class or best in style does pull at the heartstrings a little bit. Like, you have to put at least one MMO on, you have to put at least one RTS on, you have to put at least one point-and-click adventure game on. And if you're going to put one point-and-click adventure game on, you put Day of the Tentacle. I don't know. You have to put one puzzle game on, maybe. You know, stuff like that. Just pepper them in there somewhere. With Hollow Knight, I guess I'll say sure, just because of that. Metroidvania, not the strongest genre, but you guys get something at least. And so I'll say yeah. I'll say 14. But maybe 100.1. Alan Wake 2. No. It's too soon. I think you were allowed to be really creative, and that's cool, but not in the top 100. 15 if you count Thief. Oh, we're up to 15 already. Okay, big. Hades, no. Well, I guess we need a roguelike, but still no. If you're going to put one Supergiant Games game in, then it's going to be either Bastion for Impact or Transistor for their best game. Certainly not the soccer one that no one liked. This is probably... Do you think Hades has a bigger impact than Bastion? I think probably it does. I mean, it's bigger than Bastion. I'm just wondering about influence, right? Hades has the Twitter Coomer fan base. I respect the Coomer fan bases somewhat. Bastion has the better soundtrack. It sure does. And the better narrator. But Transistor is... I think, to me, Transistor is their best game. But maybe that's just me. I don't think I would put Hades in the top 100. Would I put any Supergiant game in the top 100? Probably not. Maybe Transistor. You would put all three. I mean, Supergiant Games makes good games. I like what they do. Slay the Spire, no. Mass Effect Legendary Edition, the console games. You mean the game that came out on the Xbox and then the game that came out on the Xbox 360? And then actually the third one did come out on PC right away. Does this count? Those are fun streams. I like those streams. Mass Effect 1 was better than I thought it was. After replaying it 10 years later, it was better than I remembered it. And I liked it the first time. I don't think... How come you're allowed to use a trilogy? And how come Halo is allowed to use a trilogy, but Civ has to be Civ 5? Tell me about your immune system. Do you think they are PC games? I mean, at this point, I guess, yeah. So much of the list is that. Hot take about Mass Effect 2 is that it's way off base from the plot. Mass Effect 2's plot is terrible. Mass Effect 1 wins for plot and it wins for atmosphere. And Mass Effect 2 wins for characters. And all the writing except plot. Except the main plot. And Mass Effect 3 loses on all counts. Even gameplay. If Mass Effect is allowed to be on the list, I guess. I would actually say Mass Effect 1, probably. Maybe. I don't know. This PCGamer list is my favorite list on the Citadel, yeah. This list did not engage with the variety or history of PC gaming. It feels like so much of the list you could just play as well on console. It makes PC gaming unique. Wouldn't know reading this. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a good list. It's very bad. I technically agree with Mass Effect 1 and maybe 2. But 3 was so bad, and I think it's cheating with a Legendary Edition that's 3 games in 1. And it's also cheating because the first 2 were very much just console games for the longest time. That maybe it probably it belongs on the list, but you're cheating too much, and so I take your point away. RimWorld. Never played it. People like this game? I've heard people like this game. Don't know about it, though. Very much don't recognize this stuff, either. RimWorld. People love this game. Alright, is it worth it? Super good because of its awesome modding community. Does that count? I think it does because that's part of what makes PC gaming good. Is mods. Like, the existence of mods is probably one of the factors that would make you consider PC gaming instead of like a console. However, the video game companies eventually learned this fact, and they split in two ways. One, they made the lowest effort slop trash ever, like Skyrim and Starfield, and expected the mod community to finish their own game for them, which produced just worse games over time, which is bad. And two, the other way they went was trying as hard as they could to make sure mods were like federally illegal and couldn't be used, and you can't do, and make internet connectivity required to every fucking game, even though it doesn't need to be, to shut down mods, because they saw what happened to Warcraft 3, which created Dota, which created League, and they weren't about to get hoodwinked like that again. So we'll call it a wash. You make a game and release mod tools, and someone invents Dota inside of it. Like, as a company, that's so bad, right? So, like, I get it. Dwarf Fortress. Yeah, sure. PC gaming, what makes it unique? Yeah, put it in the top 100. Respect Your Elders edition. Visual version or non-visual version, right? Put it number 97. Or number 92, or whatever. We're just stacking them up in the Respect Your Elders place. And remember MUDs? Red Dead 2. Sure. I never played it, but fucking asshole sport-loving idiots tell me it's great. And I'm sure normal people who like games and have good opinions probably like it too. So yeah, I don't know. I've never played it. It didn't look very interesting to me, but everybody nuts when you talk about it, so. Truly a great game. You hate sports and love this. Came out on PC a year after console. Yeah, and I mean, they're kind of cheating a little bit, but I guess it's just what games are now. Yeah, I don't disagree. It probably should. What are we at, 15? Yeah, it is cheating. Enough of them cheated that we've built our way up to another one. 17, okay. Helldivers 2. When did you write this article? This game is dead. When did you write this article? Look, this game was fun with the boys for the first 3 weeks of the game release. And then it was dead. Never to return. 14. The 14th best game of all time. This game came out and people forgot about it. Or, like, people have forgotten about this game already. And it's still this year. Like, this game came out 8 months ago and it's dead. 14 of all time. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Arrowhead has a lot of stuff to figure out. No, they don't. It's too late. It's over. XCOM 2, number 13. I haven't played any XCOMs. Is this, does some sort of XCOM belong on the list? Is it that awesome? First one, XCOM is best in genre. Okay? You preferred XCOM 1, but probably top 100. Okay, genre defining. Goated. All right. But not 2, just 1. Or rather, if you had to fight, it'd be XCOM 1. The OG. All right, so we disagree, but technically XCOM number 1 should be somewhere. 2 is way better than 1, you think. No contest, you say. We got some disagreements in chat. Helldivers 2 is so ludicrous of a choice. Yeah, and end at 14 of all things. Incredible. It's one of the most recency bias lists I've ever seen, but I guess they want things to be different each time. Added a big snake woman, that's it. Okay. Okay. Goat Simulator top 10. Total War Warhammer 3. You choose a Total War Warhammer of any sort, which is already wrong. But you choose 3 and not 2, which is better. And you put it at 12. The game... You put it at 12. SD Arcade says 2 destroys 3 and it's not top 20. 2 destroys 3 and it's not top 10,000. This shouldn't even be able to smell a top 100 list. To me. Number 11 is a PlayStation 3 game. Hey, alright. We already had a Kojumbo game.
Wait a minute, how big it is? Oh, okay.
Or change things to 202 bits. What is this? You're cheating, right? This is just cheating. This is a PlayStation 3 game that got a PC port 50 years, 700 years later. You have to plug in a controller to play this on PC. Is Metal Gear Solid 3 one of the top 20 games of all time? Like, maybe. But it sure as fuck isn't really a PC game. Is Metal Gear Solid 3 the best Metal Gear game? Yes. But it's only the best one if you play all of them. If you only play one, then Metal Gear 1 is the best. Do I make sense? I don't know. I disagree with the vocabulary of this choice. Metal Gear 3 came out in 2004. This game came out in 2020, 19 years later. PC game of all time? It came out last year. This is a console game. I can't. This is a console game. Get out of here. Oh, we're respecting our elders this high on the list. Okay. Yeah, probably the most influential game of all time. Importance, yeah, first place, sure. Agree. It's still remarkably playable. Any other like 93 or even 2000 game is like less playable than this nowadays, which is kind of weird that it has so much longevity. I mean, go play myhouse.wad. Like, it's still good. Anyway. Yeah, you have to respect your elders somehow. Dude and Dude 2. They simply rule. Yeah, at least they did it. G-Well, thanks for $5. Appreciate it. Total War 2 clears 3 easily. We all agree. I think you even have fonder memories of Total War Warhammer 1 than 3. Even with the DLCs, 3 has been a bit underwhelming. I think so too. Helldivers 2 is 4 spots behind the original Doom of all time. Very interesting. MyHouse.wad got you to finally read House of Leaves. Yeah, the whole thing is very referential to that. Which I guess is kind of a spoiler, but don't worry about it. It was awesome. Yeah, WoW was in the 30s. Stardew Valley. I think I have to agree. This isn't my type of game. But it's undeniable that Stardew Valley is like a juggernaut of importance and popularity. I don't know that I would put it at number 9. But this is, I agree, and this is big. What are we at, 18 now? Oh yeah, Doom, I agree. Obviously. Is that 19? We're kind of racking them up at the end. 19. Good work. Balatra? What the fuck is this? How has a card game I've never heard out... How does a card game I've never heard of that came out this year make it number 8 on the list of 100 games of all time? Is this like Windows Solitaire 2024? Is this one of those memes where it's like Doki Doki Literature Club where it pretends to be a simple card game, but actually it's a psychological horror and the game starts changing? Balatra's number 8 is some dirty work. Someone at Northern Lion fan at PCGamer. Okay. Northern Lion. You know, he's a pretty good streamer. I don't watch his stuff, but every clip I see is him being really reasonable and delivering a take that makes a lot of sense to me. And maybe he likes this game. Oh, we haven't seen Minecraft yet. You're right, G-Well. Surely we will, right? We have to. Meat and Fuck Kingdoms ain't top 5, we riot. True, absolutely. The Jack Black movie? Yeah. Starring Christopher Pratt as Jack Black. Anyway, I don't agree. Half-Life 2. Damn, if you have to pick one Half-Life, I think it really is Half-Life 1. But maybe it's too much like Thief, where all the things that you do have been done too much. Half-Life, I think you actually put both of them on. I think if you're intellectually honest with yourself, you have to put Half-Life 1 and 2. Each of their importances, I don't think, can be understated. It's occurring to me now that we probably won't be seeing a Quake 1, which I disagree with. Or a Quake 3, which, yeah, maybe not. No Unreal Tourney. No UT2K4, the best one. Where was System Shock? It was the remake. And it was at like number 60 something. Instead of System Shock 2, which is what it should have been. But still about there. Maybe lower. It's nearly 2 decades old. Released 2004. Current year 2024. November. Well, okay, we're 1 month away from 20 years. I don't know that you need to say nearly, but fair enough. Yeah, huge. Agree. Easy agree on Half-Life 2. Hey, or at least when Metal Gear 3 came out on the PlayStation 3, and only 2 years ago. Yeah, whatever. No yeah, no Day of the Tentacle. No Curse of Monkey Island if you're going to choose 2. No Full Throttle maybe if you're going to choose 3. No Myst maybe if you're going to choose 4. Maybe The Dig. Maybe Sam and Max Hit the Road. Maybe Grim Fandango. Or The Neverhood. Okay, point-and-click games really died after Sierra died. But, look, there's a lot of good ones. Fuck. Into the Mouth of Madness. I have no point and I must click. You know what, actually, now that I think about it, point-and-click adventure games really are more of a PC, like, computer gaming thing. And so they don't belong in a list like this. They belong more in a list that cares about computer gaming, you know, and is more focused on just computer gaming. Instead of PC ports of PlayStation 3 games that came out 20 years ago. Anyway, shall we move on? It's weird that Subnautica wasn't on the list. I don't think it belongs there, but I wouldn't be, like, insulted if it was. The Witcher 3. People who have played The Witcher 3 tell me that The Witcher 3 should belong on this list. Honestly, it's surprising because I play, like, every RPG ever. I missed this game, never played it. Never played any of them. So I have no frame of reference here. Everybody says Witcher 3 is, like, so fucking good. But a lot of people say Dragon Age is good too, and that shit sucks. So many people say this is good that it probably does belong on the list somewhere. You're Polish and you hated The Witcher? Damn, well, I'm American and I hated John Madden's football. So I guess we're even. The gameplay sucks ass. As any good RPG does, yeah. RPGs are supposed to have bad gameplay. It's contractually required. Superman 64 PC port at number 2. Everybody tried to copy Witcher 3 since its release. Okay, so, like, importance, right? Consoles are a type of computer. Yeah, in a sense. Persona 5 Royal. The PlayStation 5 game. Did it come out at this? I think it came out at the same time, right? But this isn't even the best Persona game. Number 5 of all time. Look, I liked Persona 5. Oh, and it's Royal. It's not even the original one. Okay. I really like Persona as a series, even though I never played the first one. I liked Persona 2, both versions. Once I finally managed to get the other one that was translated, because it had the wackiest fucking stupid-ass crazy story ever. I liked 3 a lot. I liked 4 a lot, because it was the comfiest one, probably. I liked 5 a lot. I wouldn't put him in the top 100 games of all time, probably. I guess it's a PC game. Because this one was like a simultaneous release, I suppose. I don't know why this is number 5. But hey, alright. What's 4? Street Fighter 6? Tekken 8? You know, as far as story-driven RPGs go, I really think that Persona 5 Royale had, I mean, just talking about the writing, a lot better than Planescape Torment. I mean, anyone who worked on this list over 24 years old? No, I keep telling you. Everyone here was born in 09. Hey, alright. Persona 5, an effortlessly stylish JRPG. I agree. It's the standout of Atlus's unique blend of high school life sim and turn-based dungeon crawler. It's the most recent. Whatever. It's fine. Anyway, I agree with Witcher 3. I don't agree with Persona 5 Royale, even though I like it a lot. Minecraft, yeah, agree. It has to be here somewhere. I don't think it's 4. But yeah, it has to be on the list somewhere. I agree. Is that 20? Are we finally at 20? Eldong wrong. That's interesting. Oops, all console games. I mean, obviously not 3, right? But should it go somewhere in the top 100? This really is one of those that I want to wait a little longer in my type of list to see where it ends up. Like it was a big flash in the pan as far as like significance. It's good, it's beautiful, it was fun, right? I think maybe agree, certainly not 3. It did play a little bit like a PC port. Because it was. And you know how that, like when you're playing a PC port, you can tell. Because the UI is terrible. Inventory management is awful, right? Like it's made to use a controller with it. But and at least it came out at the same time. I think maybe I agree with Elden Ring, but it is a little early. So we'll say 20, what are we at, 22 now? Wait, okay, there's only 2 left. There's only 2 left, right? I'm gonna look at number 2. Disco Elysium. Man, I gotta play this fucking game. Because everybody says it's so good. And it's the thing I would really like. I need to play this so I can speak on it and experience it. I have found the fans of this game to be extremely annoying. But I can't hold that against Disco Elysium. Because if I held that against games, holy shit. There wouldn't be a game on the list. Do you think Final Fantasy XIV would be on the list if I held annoying fans against the game? It wouldn't be fair. You know? You like point-and-click adventures? It's the Hollow Knight, okay? Anyway, I'm not going to look at the last one yet. I'm just going to think. I'm going to think, what haven't we seen yet? That could possibly be number 1. The best game ever. It's got to be Baldur's Gate 3, right? That's all I can think of. Because it has to be recent, because their list is trash, so everything is recent. And it was Game of the Year, and so Game of the Year just has to go on there. League of Legends Sweep. Juice Galaxy Sweep. FIFA 2013. Oh, actually, hold on. We haven't seen League of Legends yet, SJ Arcade. You're right. And we saw they did Baldur's Gate 2. So we already have a Baldur's Gate. I think it might be a League. World of Warcraft was like 30. Fortnite was like 70. League sweep, I think. Even though I hate League of Legends, and I think it's actually a bad game, you can't argue with its popularity and its impact, right? I think we're going to see a League. Because Baldur's Gate was already on the list as number 2. Which, does that snub BG3 for top 100? I don't know. I liked Baldur's Gate 3 a lot. It's maybe a top 100. I think it's maybe a top 100. A lot of work went into that one, kind of like a lot of work went into Cyberpunk, right? The third act was a little cut short. The very end of the game was pretty bad for Baldur's Gate 3. But plenty of really cool details and everything. They did a lot of work, and you could really tell that they did a lot of work. Starfield sweep? No, 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 no. Oh, no. Yeah. Garfield cart, Starfield sweep. They already put Skyrim on the list, which didn't belong. Team Fortress 2 was already on the list earlier up. It was already on there, and it deserved that. Dookie Nukie Forever sweep. Yeah, they didn't put Duke Nukem. What are we missing? Yeah, I think it's League. Wait, no. It's not League. Okay. Hear me out. It's not League, even though League should probably be here somewhere. Because recency bias. Baldur's Gate 3 just came out, so it's Baldur's Gate 3. Just came out. Got him. League of Legends is probably humongously snubbed by not being on this list. Baldur's Gate 3, I think I would put BG3 on the list. I wouldn't put it at number 1, that's for fucking sure. But maybe I would put it top 100. Yeah, easy. Is this just single player games? No. No, there were plenty of multiplayers. Most of the multiplayer games didn't deserve to be on the list, but there were plenty of them. Just tuned in, was BioShock on the list? No, it was a bad list. Thanks for asking. Baldur's Gate 3, best game of all time on the PC. Apparently, according to this. Where's Orc Massage? Where's Leisure Suit Larry 7? Where's Rogue? Where's Waterdeep Mud? Where's Maniac Mansion? Where's Zork Grand Inquisitor? Come on, I played it on stream. Was Dwarf Fortress on the list? Yes, it was. Yeah, where was Betrayal of Krondor, Ultima Underworld 1 and 2, A Bard's Tale 1 through 3, Eye the Beholder 1 through 3, Wizardry Gold, Ultima Online, Stonekeep, Menzo Baranzan. I'm trying to list ancient RPGs. Arena, Daggerfall, yeah, Orc Battle. Well, Ogre Battles, yeah, it's more of a Super Nintendo thing. No Heroes of Might and Magic. Sent your approved list in DMs. Okay, let's check. What is my approved list? So the following games I approved of being in the top 100. Okay, somewhere. KOTOR 2, Civ, Baldur's Gate, Cyberpunk, Diablo 2, Nier Automata, Team Fortress 2, Morrowind, GTA 5 technically, Deus Ex, World of Warcraft, Planescape Torment, Thief, Portal, Hollow Knight, Dwarf Fortress, Red Dead 2, Doom, Stardew Valley, Witcher 3, Minecraft, Eldong Wrong, and BG3. Those were the 21 or something games out of 100 that I felt I could agree with. So we're chilling at a 20% success rate. Where's Dungeon Keeper? Where's Black and White? Where's all my Peter Molyneux games? Where's Fable? Hey, Fable might not seem like it now, but it is one of the more overrated games. It was super overrated when it came out. It might not seem like it today. Undertale snubbed, for sure, right? Yeah, Undertale hugely snubbed. What belongs here that wasn't? Undertale, right? We'll start there. Why don't we go by genre? What about FPS? Okay. My list would appear as like some boomer ass Respect Your Elders top 100 with like 3 games from the last 10 years on it. I don't know if people... Yeah, FTL belongs. Agree. StarCraft 1, Age of Empires 2, Warcraft 3 plus a Frozen Throne, Counter-Strike, FTL, Blood, Quake 1, maybe Duke, maybe Quake 3, for spawning and killing a genre. Day of the Tentacle. If you had to choose one, Grim Fandango or Curse of Monkey Island. Damn, that's hard. They're a little bit two different eras, right? Damn, that's a tough one. We'll do them both, and then somebody might get kicked off the island after that. I think it's close, but I don't think we need another point and click after those. We're full up with 3. Platformers have never really hit PC very much. I don't think. Maybe you. I think I agreed with like Hollow Knight, and that's like it. Platformers are just built for a controller, right? Like, what do you want? Commander Keen, though. Duke Nukem 1 and 2, which were both platformers. Jazz Jackrabbit. Some super old... How respecting our ancestors are we going to get? Like, Oregon Trail on the Apple II? Is Gary's Mod a PC game? No, it's a way of life. Darkest Dungeon? No. Earthworm Jim? That's an SNES game. Yeah, UT2K4 was sick. If we're going to include multiplayer games, that one is in... I don't think it's in, but it's in consideration. Like, Quake 3 Arena, UT2K4, Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike. Do we need other shooters that were also multiplayer than those 4? Worms was cool, but it's a footnote. It's a cool-ass party game, but I don't think it hits top 100. Murder Death Kill was great. Crow Roost. Yeah, MDK was sick. But I don't think it's top 100. Max Payne was sick, but not top 100. Tabletop Simulator, top 10 easy. True. You're surprised Vampire Survivors wasn't on the list? I was shocked that it was. Yeah, Vampire Survivors is on the list. It's somewhere. Somewhere super high. I don't think it belongs at all, but it was good and cool and interesting, and it got copied a lot, and yeah, it was number 40. I don't think it belongs anywhere near the top 100 of all time, but it was like good and cool and noteworthy, I would say. It's a noteworthy game. Control F. I usually have a mouse gesture for that. They've taken my wizardly powers away, and I'm just waiting for Brave to give me back my mouse gesture so I can cast spells when surfing again. They're not ready, okay? They're not prepared for this power. What about Marathon? It's a PC game list, not the only game ever on Mac list from 1497 AD for a game that wasn't great even at the time. Got him. Where's Peggle? On your girlfriend's phone. It's not in the top 1,000, but Myth 2 Soul Blighter. Marathon is out now on Steam. Okay. Bulletstorm. I can't believe you do this to me. Yeah, Undertale belongs as well. It got snubbed for sure. But they had to put Donkey's game on so that Donkey, the YouTuber, would notice them instead of give Undertale its due. Was missed on the list. After all those other point and clicks that I mentioned, I would put Myst. Yeah. If we're going to respect our elders that hard. That was a lot of point and click games we went through, though. But if yet one more gets put on, then yeah, Myst. Because, yeah, I remember. I was there, Gandalf. Alien vs. Predator was fucking awesome. It was a sick multiplayer game. I remember it fondly. AVP was sick. The Sims probably should go on there for cultural significance alone. Because obviously it's not even really a game. But, no, yeah, The Sims probably belongs. It's not my favorite top 100 games. It's top 100 games that belong for some reason. So maybe The Sims. Minecraft, yeah. Probably agree. What about Pseudo Regalia? The game with the put pants on the heroine as an accessibility option? Huh? Scroll down for author's personal... Oh, yeah. Oh, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Unironically, yes, it really does. It stood the test of time. Roller Coaster Tycoon does, I think, go there. It's on the 100, yeah. World of Warcraft 38. You best be joking. Personal picks. This ought to be good. Was SimCity on there? No. Thank goodness you're here. I need you guys to tell me something. Is this a game? Or is this just like an image they put at the end of the article to thank you for reading through all of it? Because I can't tell. Oh. No, it's a game, apparently. Bro, this is a Nintendo 64 game. So you were the one, Wes Fenlon, were you the one who kept saying that simply console games should just go all over this whole fucking list? This isn't... This is a console game. It's now technically playable on PC. You were the one poisoning this list with your trash. Put him in the device. Also, overrated. Cult of the Lamb, you have terrible taste in games. Jagged Alliance 3, literal who? Neverwinter Nights. No. But like it was kind of neat. And like important stuff happened because of it and after it and all sorts of other stuff, sure. Probably a noteworthy game. Ted Lichtenstein. Dawn of War, yeah, at the time, I guess, but certainly not top 100. We found the guy that put the other Warhammer stuff that doesn't belong there either in, I guess. Dark Souls 3. Alright, I'm not a Dark Souls guy. You guys need to tell me. Is Dark Souls 3 the embarrassing one? If you had to choose a Dark Souls game to put in, is this one, are we making fun of him or is he right? Because I would probably say 1. But I'm not a Dark Souls enjoyer. Dark Souls 3 is the fun one. Dark Souls is great because it's easy to remember. Why don't they put Bloodborne in? Because you can emulate it. 1 and 3 are good for different reasons. 2 is a chore, you say. Okay. It's 1 or nothing. You put Dark Souls in, it's Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 2 is the maligned one. Okay. So 3 isn't crazy out of pocket, it seems. Everybody seems to be saying 1, but 3 isn't like stupid. If it was 2, it'd be weird. The Sims, I think I agree with her. Some Sims probably should go in there. Because it was so huge. It's kind of not a game. But it's fine. Halo Infinite? Bro, Halo sucks. Halo Infinitely bad. Like, Halo 1 came out and it was pretty dumb, but like kind of fun. And I didn't really care for it that much. But the series has declined so far that all I feel for Halo fans is pity. I'm sorry. I'm sorry your games suck so bad now. You didn't deserve it. Fuck is MechWarrior not on here? Because none of the people on this council like mecha games. And so none were on there. But we did get a bunch of console games. Hades 2. Is this even out? Did Hades 2 come out yet? I actually don't know. Look at this dude's face. Is this cheating? Yes. What do you mean? I put a very tasteful slide together to get votes for this thing, and I'll be damned if I let those go to waste. Hades 2 is already bigger than the first game somehow, and its music is even better. I adore Melanoe. Melanoe, are you still telling me about this? Early access. Fall Guys or Among Us or Friday Night at Freddy's or whatever it is, yeah. Sign out, wire. Okay, I don't know what that is. I'm noticing a distinct lack of rhythm games in the top 100. Yeah, that is correct. Shadow Gambit: The Cursed Crew? What phone can I download this thing on? And yeah, Bioshock actually snubbed, probably. I think I would put Bioshock 1 in the top 100. Certainly not 2. Certainly not Infinite. Holy, did that game suck. Shadow Gambit was so bad it killed the studio. It's not top 100. Yeah, I think Bioshock deserves it. Deep Rock Galactic. Bro, there was already... You already put Deep Rock Galactic on there. And now here's a auto-shooter version of it. Okay. Bro, Rainbow Six Siege was on this list. Of course Bioshock can't fit. Yeah, you're right. Alpha Protocol... Damn, this list is trash. Holy. Well, you were right. My jimmies were slightly rustled. This list is trash. Good work. Very interesting. They do this annually. Yeah. They do this every year. It takes a year to come up with a list this bad. You have to really work at it. Anyway, thanks for playing. I appreciate it. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys this weekend for Waifu Weekend returning. Get your hot chalkies and blankies ready for some getting read to and or clicking on waifus not sure. I will decide what to play thusly. Tomorrow. No War Thunder? Yeah. No Military Secrets? They let anyone write these? They clearly do. Anyone in chat, even the people I've kind of disagreed with in chat, are closer to the mark than this one. And this is like 10 people worked on this. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Waifu Weekend.